Hello, I'm Archie Luxury and welcome to the program, fuckers. And today I've got some IT tips. Tomorrow is Melbourne Cup Day in Australia. IT professionals around the world, IT professionals in Australia will be trying to stream the Melbourne Cup. And we all know what shit can go wrong on race day. That's right, it gets over flooded and you can no longer get these fuckers out in time. So I've got the answer. I've put I put some Melbourne Cups. I've gone through a few other Melbourne Cups, and what I've done is I got a few other Melbourne Cups from previous years so that you fuckers can keep, if your signal drops out, you can hook in live to my YouTube video, Melbourne Cup 2013, and you'll be able to use my footage from some previous Melbourne Cups. So no one will fucking know the difference. It's all good. So any of you IT guys out there who are under pressure to get Melbourne Cup streaming done, just hook into my link. This is the link you're watching now. See you later, and don't tell any fuckers that I sent you here.
And so did Passatul, showing pace. Leilani again like a flash, and already she's crossing over towards the inside into a bit of posse. And wider out is Herminia, who got out fast, and so did High Sal, zooming up on the outside in search of the lead. The feature of the first 200 metres.
Melbourne Cup, arrive early, have the whole day, and meet friends. I think it's tremendous.
Inside, the concourse, again as always, bristled and bloomed with hats. Hats and more hats, as the women vied for the camera's eye in those all-important fashion stakes. For the men, the Dallas look this year was big. Pseudo JRs abounded where top hats were scarce. Not extinct, I'm pleased to report, though the very formal in millinery seems to have fallen somewhat from the favour of officialdom. In the gentle breeze and bright sunshine, did the gentlefolk of Melbourne strut their finery at the 1982 Melbourne Cup. In Sydney and all over the country there were cup luncheons and sweeps by the thousand. Seasoned punters and us once-a-year addicts punted $12 million on Australia's special race. Officers at department stores froze.
The field. Coods into the straight, the leader, when they sweep round the turn, down to the 400 metre mark, leads by 2 lengths, Superimpose. Here's Lord Highbrow and Terrific finishing well. 300 to go and Superimpose has hit the front. He's drawn level with Coods and put his nose in front. Lord Highbrow, Terrific run on down the outside. Superimpose in front. Coods fighting back and Terrific coming at them on the outside. Superimpose in front. Cood on the outside. Terrific wears him down. Terrific has hit the front. Terrific wins the Melbourne Cup by 2 lengths. Superimpose Impose, close for third, between the Phantom on the outside and Cuts the rails. Then came Citizen and Lord Highbrow, Bloomdor VA Research and Sea Legend, followed by Power of Destiny, Pacific Mirage and Kate's Mill. Then came Empire Rose. They were followed further back in the field by Go Pack. Then Ideal Sentiment. Further back in the field to finish then was Hidden Rhythm, followed by Fleetwood Lad, Stylish Century, Coal Diesel, and then came Kosh King and Palace Revolt towards the rear of the field. We've had a fall. Two horses have lost their riders.
At Dunhill, our philosophy is simple. Every item that bears the name Dunhill must be useful, it must work dependably, it must last, it must be beautiful, it must be the best of its kind.
And Kingston Town 4 deep. Darling going well but can't get a run. Kingston Town took the lead on the corner in the Cup, narrowly from Noble Comment, and they were followed by Brewery Boy, Carrying Bush and Triumphal March the centre. Here's Astral in coming into it and Port Carling getting out.
Even the Prime Minister from his Melbourne hospital bed was glued to the TV, and having more luck than the pundits might expect in an early election, he won the cabinet sweep, snabbling $150 ahead of Messrs Viner and Anthony, and hating to rub it in with the Prime Ministerial horse in another sweep. This is Laurie running off to dent the winnings.
This is KNXT Los Angeles. It is 1 minute past midnight.
They call it the Sunshine State. From Malibu to Laguna Beach, it's California, where everything's new and on the move. Take a galactic trip or a Jedi ride into the future, where Conan comes alive in the City of Stars. First stop, Universal Studios, Hollywood, USA.
Welcome to Universal Studios. You are on galactic space. Be prepared for anything.
We are being invaded. We are being invaded.
Full alert, alert, full alert, alert. Prepare for ice tunnel ejection. Ejection complete.
In the age of Merlin, eons ago, a boy drew a sword from a rock and became Conan.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, Universal Studios present the good, the bad, and sharp shooting Sam. That's it. We thank y'all for visiting Universal Studios.
Welcome to America's Six Flags Magic Mountain. Watch the U.S. pro diving team shaping up for the LA Summer Olympics. And fly the rails to see the Six Flags ski team in action. Just for the fun of it, chase the laughs in the 360-degree roll around the Revolution. And roar in a razzle of a ride down the incredible Colossus. Before you fly, take a spin and ski barefoot, or make a lively stop and electrobop or breakdance where the action is down on Sunset Strip. California on the move, from Six Flags Magic Mountain to Conan's Universal Tour. A suncoast of fiction and fantasy. That's LA today. California on the move. This is the exciting world of Peter Stuyvesant. Alive, vibrant, full of fun. Peter Stuyvesant, the international passport to smoking pleasure.
For 7 National News.
Like a train.
Well, Gurner's Lane today became the first horse since Galilee in 1966 to win the Caulfield and Melbourne Cup double, just edging out the popular pick and sentimental favourite Kingston Town with Noble Comment third. Here's how Bill Collins saw the race.
The jockeys come to attention and they're racing. Port Carling and Kingston Town first out from Noble Comment to the roar of the crowd. LA Bijou away quickly, going up towards the lead, and Carringbush showing pace wider out with Rose and Thistle. Gala Mascot is handy in about 7th, placing 2. They were followed by Brewery Boy. Triumphal March is stuck out wide, and Thompson trying to get across somewhere. And Mysa Raven and Tohar and Dealer's Choice settle down at the rear. Onto the course proper, Gala Mascot, Noble Comet and Carringbush, and they're crawling. Kingston Town's angling towards the rails, now in 4th placing and gets it. Triumphal March has been allowed to ease up on the outside towards the leaders at this stage, or rather it's Brewery Boy and Kingston Town on the inside. And it's Brewery Boy taking a narrow lead from Noble Comment, Carringbush, Kingston Town, Gala Mascot. Port Carling on the inside is next from LA Bijou, followed by Rose and Thistle. Behind those horses, Bianco Lady, a length to Astra Lynn. Then came Dry Wine at the Judge. Behind it is Just a Dash, and then 2 lengths to Triumphal March and Wellington Road. Couple of lengths to Mr. Digby, and it was followed then by Amaranth and Silver Bounty. Further back, Magistrate, who's wide on the track. Gurner's Lane in on the rails, and then came Barmax, Mysa Avon. Dealer's Choice second last, and last of all, Tohar. 2,000 out, and the leader now, Brewery Boy, pulling a length and a half, Noble Comment. 2 to Carringbush, a length and a half, Kingston Town, perfectly positioned from Gala Mascot. 1 to Rose and Thistle, Port Carling, LA Bijou pulling hard, and then Just a Dash. They're followed by Triumphal March. Thompson's going to whip around them with the slow pace on. Whack behind it is Just a Dash, and then came Wellington Road, taken to the outside from Astra Lynn. Then came Bianco Lady, Dry Wine, a length to Silver Bounty and Amaranth, and behind them is Mr. Digby. Then a length and a half further back is Gurner's Lane on the inside of Magistrate and Barmax from Mysa Raven, Dealer's Choice and Tohar. They've got 1,600 to go now in the Cup. And the leader, Brewery Boy, on the inside, but he's not having things his own way as Carringbush pulls up to join him. 1.5 to Noble Comment and 2 lengths then to Triumphal March and 1/2 to Kingston Town. 3/4 to Gala Mascot, and they were followed by Rose and Thistle the outside from LA Bijou. Port Carling on the inside, and then Wellington Road and Astral in a length. Bianco Lady, fair followed by Just a Dash, and behind it is Dry Wine. Gurner's Lane on the inside, awkwardly positioned from Magistrate, and then came Amaranth being niggled at from Barmax. Back behind them, My Sir Avon towards the rear with Mr. Digby and Dealer's Choice and Tohar together last. Down with 900 to go they race now, and Brewery Boy a half length in front of Carringbush. Challengers are coming all around the place, however. It's Noble Comment and Kingston Town 4 deep going up to join them. Gala Mascot there with Triumphal March also. Port Carling going well but can't get a run. Kingston Town took the lead on the corner in the Cup, narrowly from Noble Comment, and they were followed by Brewery Boy, Carringbush and Triumphal March the centre. Here's Astral in coming into it, and Port Carling getting out. Noble Comment and Kingston Town, who's under the whip of the leaders, are coming up them on the outside now is Avon Valley. Next is Astral in and Port Carling. Kingston Town in front of the 200. A length to Noble Comment. Gurner's Lane getting a split now. Kingston Town in front. Gurner's Lane flying on the inside. He's coming home like a train.
Half out, and I said, well, that's the way I ride him, that's the way he's going to win.
Mick, when did you realise that you had the Cup in your keeping?
Well, I thought the 200 metres he was going to win, and then it wasn't until probably the last 50 yards that he gained the upper hand.
Mick, at the 800 metres, I called you as being 8th last. You must have got some freakish runs from that point onwards.
Yes, I'd say from about the half mile onwards, all he kept doing was going forward in the fence. You know, he got a dream run, and it certainly, you know, it was the telling point of him winning the race.
Did you know that Kingston Town was in front as you were coming through the ruck?
Yeah, when I got the split, probably about 300 metres out, I could see him. He was in front. And as I say, I thought I was going to get to him and win. And it took me a long time to wear him down, a hell of a long time.
Actually, Mick Dittman's ride was not without incident, and he and Sydney jockey Neville Voigt, who rode the 5th horse Bianco Lady, have each been suspended for 1 month on charges.
The lead on the corner in the Cup, narrowly from Noble Comment, and they were followed by Brewery Boy, Carringbush and Triumphal March the centre. Here's Astral in coming into it, and Port Carling getting out. Noble Comment and Kingston Town, who's under the whip of the leaders, are coming up them on the outside now is Avon Valley. Next is Astral in and Port Carling. Kingston Town in front of the 200. A length to Noble Comment. Gurner's Lane getting a split now. Kingston Town in front. Gurner's Lane flying on the inside. He's coming home like a train. Kingston Town joined by Gurner's Lane, and Gurner's Lane gets up to win the Cup. And next to Kingston Town.
Gurner's Lane is owned by a syndicate of nearly 40. It's been plagued by a back problem for most of its race career, but trainer Jeff Murphy had a team of Sydney chiropractors treat the ailment successfully. Gurner's Lane started at 8 to 1, Kingston Town 6 to 1, and Noble Comment 20 to 1.
21st year in training, and now you've got the big double, the Caulfield Cup and the Melbourne Cup. I suppose, you know, it's a great sort of game. It's really fantastic.
He came out a bit slow out of the barrier, but after that he got across to the rail, and he never left the fence. He got a very good run.
Missing the start in the Melbourne Cup isn't exactly the ideal way to begin, is it?
No, it's not, but it's probably helped him win the race, I'd say.
Yes, and after that you would seem to be niggling at him for a little while to try and get him going.
Yeah, he took a while to pick the bit up out of the barrier, but you know, he sort of got into his stride about halfway down the straight the first time, and after that he always travelled nice.
Yeah.
Malcolm, what about the run?
I had a beautiful run, I can't complain. You know, I had the run of the race, never left the fence a half mile, I come off it. I thought I was going to win.
You don't think you went too far from home?
Well, you know, they all say if you get beat, you went too far from home. If you win, it was the best ride in the world. I don't consider I did, no. Because I let loose about a bit after a furlong and a half out, and I said, well, that's the way I ride him, that's the way he's going to win. Because I never covered any ground, you know, I was on the fence all the way. I said, if he's ever going to win, he'll win today.
You realised Gurner Lane was pushing up on the inside?
I knew where he was, yeah. Yeah, I knew where he was, but I still thought I had him covered till the last little bit.
That last little bit. Now let's check all the betting details for the day in racing, and firstly, of course, the Cup itself. The winner, Gurner's Lane, paid $4.40 to win and $1.60 for the place. Kingston Town paid $1.40 and Noble Comment paid $5.70. The Melbourne trifecta on the Cup for the numbers 4, 2 and 18 paid $1,730.60. The Melbourne Daily Double for 4, Gurner's Lane, 7, Count Giroff, paid $61.30. At the Randwick meeting in Sydney, the extra double paid $116.70 on 3 and 5. The extra trifecta, 5, 7 and 3, returned $307.30. The double of 9 and 10 brought $157.20.
And possibly now I'm older and mainly big stables had the best horses.
If Tommy Smith came to you tomorrow and said, I want you to be the number one
Very high temperatures. I heard you blowing up early in the day.